Tonight on CTV News, we'll take the Pooch Plunge with Bailey Lakey. Then we'll talk possible hangover cures. Finally, we'll talk entertainment with Nicole Conklin and preview the new Jungle Book movie.
Thank you for joining us this evening, CSU in Fort Collins. I'm Bailey Lakey.
And I'm Kay Bennett.
Thanks to the Student Veterinary Emergency and Critical Care Society, also known as SFX, these dogs are now squeaky clean.
Yeah. Oh, he's a good boy. He's being so good.
The SFX hosted their first ever dog wash at the CSU Veterinary Teaching Hospital to raise funds for their organization.
The purpose of this event is to raise money for the club, the SFX Club, which is the emergency club for CSU. So what this money will go towards is helping us learn more about emergency procedures. We can do wet labs, do suture labs, different things like that, have speakers come and speak to us and just help us all learn about emergency medicine before we're actually veterinarians.
The club worked hard all afternoon, giving dogs a refreshing wash while their owners got to relax. Dogs of all shapes and sizes came to enjoy the event.
I brought Bentley, my old English Bulldog, Chunks, my English Bulldog, and Sharpie, the Shar-Pei.
Members of the club had fun spending the day with man's best friend while also representing CSU in the community.
This is the first one that we've held. I've been in other pre-veterinary clubs where we do dog washes, and it just seems like a natural thing for us to do as veterinary students or pre-veterinary students to go wash dogs.
According to the treasurer of SFX, the dog wash was a success, with donations totaling to $399. SFX will use the donations to put on lectures, labs, and other educational opportunities for vet students.
For 16 seasons now, the Fritzler family creates one of the most iconic corn mazes in Colorado. This Friday, the wait will officially be over, and the Fritzler corn maze will be open for some fall fun. The corn maze this year has been designed as Kamal the tiger, one of more than 67 tigers saved by the Wild Animal Sanctuary in Keansburg. After finding your way out of the two-phase corn maze, visitors can enjoy the pumpkin patch, pillow jump, go-karts, and so much more. Each year, the family adds a new attraction, and this year is no different. Corn maze owner Glenn Fritzler tells us about what's to come.
This season, our number one, I think, attraction getter is going to be our beer garden. We have 8 taps right now. We're going to be featuring mostly local beer, and we got the ability to grow at least 16 taps. And we also are doing an escape room where you're going to get locked into a room with up to 10 people, and you have 1 hour to figure out the clues that we've left to figure out how to get out the one and only exit.
This morning, students and faculty gathered around the Oval to hear President Tony Frank's fall address to the university. Tony Frank touted, "We at CSU are the first to receive a platinum status in the STARS rating system, which rates sustainability." He also covered reimagining Colorado State University by eliminating the first-generation gap. He also discussed putting an end to sexual violence, stating, "It has to do with cowardice and tearing down. It is not the CSU way."
I really appreciated it. I'm a fourth-year student, but it's the first year that I've been able to attend, and I just really appreciate being able to hear what Dr. Frank really has to say on a personal level about our university.
But people seem to enjoy it, and the important part is the message, right? And I think the message hopefully resonates and gets us kicked off in the right direction to make some positive change.
Pedialyte has a new consumer, and it isn't your cousin's 2-year-old. Word around the street says Pedialyte cures the effects of drinking one too many.
Fix a hangover. Had too many drinks one night and the next day feeling like and it helps, it really does. Yeah, I had no idea about it, and then we both got a couple jugs of it, and it's awesome. It's way better than Gatorade.
And one CSU alum agrees.
I've been known to use it on occasion.
For what purpose?
Preventing a hangover.
Yet a trusted physician says otherwise.
Most of what causes a hangover is the alcohol byproducts as they're metabolized through the liver, and that sort of thing takes time. And so Pedialyte isn't going to make it metabolize any faster.
Pedialyte is an over-the-counter medicine used to rehydrate sick 2-year-olds. It's filled with electrolytes. But a fact from market research firm Nielsen and reported by Fox and NBC back in May say that 1/3 of Pedialyte sales are from adults, and their use of the drink has increased by 57% since 2012. Dr. Waller is not happy about the company's marketing direction.
To see it used and promoted as a hangover cure is pretty disingenuous, and I'm sorry to see that, even though it probably won't hurt anything. They're using it to sell their product.
Andrea Coriel has a question for those who reach for Pedialyte.
We're wanting to know why they're drinking to those levels that they even have to be dealing with that hangover the next day.
And wants to remind students of basic tips to remember.
Limiting the number of drinks, making sure that they're spacing out their drinks over the evening, drinking water in between, making sure that they're eating, having a plan for a sober ride home. That's a really big one.
And Dr. Waller mentions that it is harmless for adults to consume.
Next up, we will have your full weather forecast with Madison Sloan. We'll be right back.